Hi, today we're in Zion National Park, just outside of Zion, and this is our first chance to ride the brand new Kawasaki KLE 500. Now can't say they've really been absent in the adventure bike world. They've actually had a strong presence for the longest time with the KLR 650, but it hasn't gone much beyond that, maybe the more street-oriented versus bikes. Well, this is kind of a return to the core of adventure with the new KLE, a line that they kind of revived out of a mostly European brand from a few years ago. This is all about the adventure world. It's all mostly about the affordable adventure world. The main thing you need to know about this bike right up front is the retail price, $6,599. It's pretty amazing. There are motocross bikes that cost twice that much. This is the SE version, which is $900 more. It gives you a little upgrade in areas like handguards, windscreen, some lighting. Still incredibly affordable motorcycle considering what you get. The motor, more or less repurposed from the Ninja 500. Of course, got a lot of differences because the entire chassis is new, including the airbox. The motor doesn't exactly run like a Ninja 500. I'm not very familiar with that bike. I actually have never ridden one, but I know that the ECU is different, has different mapping. The airbox is a different shape, has a different capacity. But beyond that, the motor should have mechanical similarities that are pretty much identical to the Ninja 500. I don't know exactly how it compares to the Ninja in terms of performance, but I do know this bike is a screamer. It makes decent low-end torque, but where it really gets going is if you hold it open, rev it out a little bit, kind of let it breathe. It's not something you see much in the adventure bike world. Most of the time, adventure bikes, they kind of cater to the low-end power, and that's all fun. There's something to be said for letting a bike scream in the dirt. This bike does handle pretty good. It's not crazy fast. I think horsepower rating is somewhere around 51 horsepower, something like that. Upper end of the adventure bike world, we have bikes that make 100, 150, 172 horsepower. It's kind of a different market from this. Those bikes all cost over $20,000. This machine, aside from being so much more affordable, I think it's way more fun per dollar than just about anything else out there. We spent the whole day riding around Zion, kind of cruising through the whole area around southern Utah. Got to discover some pretty interesting things about the bike. For one thing, you don't really get tired on it. The layout is way more spread out than just about anything else in the adventure bike world. Still has a pretty low seat height. When you're standing up on the pegs, the bars are about where you'd like them. The foot peg relationship, everything shows a surprising amount of attention to detail. The rear brake is where you can reach it standing up. We know a lot of adventure bikes, you can't even get to the rear brake lever when you're standing because your feet are in a different position than when you're sitting. The bike comes with rubber inserts in the foot pegs to kind of dampen out vibration. Well, those are easily removed when you get to the dirt. And again, you get so much more control out of a bike when your feet have a grip on the foot pegs. It's little details like that all over the place that really make this bike fun to ride. In overall handling, it's there probably that you see a little bit of the budget side of the KLE show up. Suspension's very simple. Completely unadjustable aside from spring preload in the rear. It's soft, again, very comfy, but once you start picking up the pace and the kind of terrain we have around here, there's a lot of clunking that goes on, and that's not surprising. It seems like that's where you really have to pay the premium price in some other adventure bike lines. It's all about suspension. In terms of just handling, bike's excellent. Even the tires, surprisingly good grip. Can't really say enough about how comfortable and how fun the bike is to ride on most of these trails and roads. I'm going to spend a little bit more time with this bike tomorrow. I'm going to ride it all the way back to Southern California, probably put 1,000 more miles on it. I'll learn a lot more about it in that time. It seems like so far pretty pleased with the fuel range. I know it has a 4.2 gallon tank. Didn't really get a good feel on how far that would take us today. I'll find out tomorrow. We'll report back. You'll have to check back with us at dirtbikemagazine.com. Check us out on our social media platforms as well. And then come right back here to YouTube. We'll probably have more on this bike in the near future. I'm Ron Lawson. Thanks for watching.